y'all. Um, First of all, I'm back. I've been gone, but I'm back again, and I'm back and I'm better. Um, so today we're doing a live interview with Nova Ultra, who is one of my favorite artists ever. So I might fangirl a little bit while I'm doing this interview, but it's no problem. It's gonna be fine. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get him into the now, and I'm excited for y'all to watch. It's about to be great. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
All right. I'm good. Okay, so first things first. Thank you for being our first interview of 2021.
Yes,
We are
it's
leaving
2021.
Yes,
First
we are
one.
leaving 2020 behind. We don't like it.
We're out of here.
Yes, so we're gonna have an hour to go ahead and do this. So first and foremost, I just want to go ahead and let you introduce yourself as an artist, and kind of a background on you.
Okay, cool. Well, I am Nova Ultra. I am a pop artist that is independent, right? So I've released 2 singles starting last year. So I just started my career. I'm fresh, I'm brand new. I've been writing music, however, since I was 12 years old. So writing songs, not like music composition or anything, but like writing songs and writing different lyrics since I was that young. In my chorus class. So music has always been an interest of mine, but actually going forward and releasing my own material that just started last year. So pretty new on the scene, but super excited to be going, on this journey. So
Yes, definitely. I don't know if maybe you're a little close to your phone, Nova. You kind of seem like you're very zoomed in.
I'm very zoomed in. Should I like back up? I don't know.
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. Okay. Better?
Yes. Okay, that's better.
Okay.
It's just kind of like your eyes are cut right here, I'd say.
Really?
Yes. So
Why
when
do I
we
see
did
it completely? I see it
I
completely
don't know.
different.
I don't know. Maybe I'm zoomed in a little close. It's okay. Well, it's fine.
Okay.
Are you
Are
close
my
to
eyes still
your
cut off?
phone? Are you
Is it
close
because
to
of
your
my
phone?
headband?
No. Are you close to your phone?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Very far away.
I don't know. It looks fine. You're good.
Okay.
Yes, you're good. I can still see your face.
Great.
It like cuts off right here though. So if you're okay with that, then it's okay.
That's so odd.
It's
That's so
like it's
weird
like
because
you have like a zoom effect.
what? What is that? Okay.
What is going on?
Is this better?
That is so much better. Okay.
You're so far away right now, but
I
okay.
don't know what was going on, but you were so close.
When I tell you, like, I can't even, like, you're so far. But okay, as long, can you hear me? Do you hear me
I
all
can
right?
hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the phone. Anyways, okay, so you would consider yourself a pop artist. What event happened in your life that made you decide that you want to go ahead and do music as a career and not something that's, maybe like a hobby or kind of like an escape outlet?
Mm-hmm. Excuse the dogs. It's crazy.
It's okay.
Um,
My cat's over here.
right. I'm like, bro, you haven't barked all day, but you want to start now. What's going on? But that's him over there. So, what made me want to pursue it as a career? I think I just felt like it was time. Like I said, I was writing lyrics since I was 12 years old, right? And so, me being in my late 20s now, just having a birthday actually less than a month ago.
Yes, happy birthday to the one and only.
Thank
I
you.
blew up my Instagram for it, so it was everywhere. If you
You
followed
did,
me,
you
you knew
did.
it
It was
was his
so many
birthday.
stories.
I'm like, if you
Sad
followed
gay
me,
day.
my whole story was just him. Like
Nova
all
Ultra. Next story. Nova Ultra. Next story. Nova Ultra. I was like, you take the cake. I say it and I'll say it again. You take the cake as the number one supernova. That's on period. That's on per. Okay.
that's it.
All
That's
right.
fight me if you want to, no good if you buck.
Right. Period. And she's still gonna win. So it was just having all that time. I mean, even before that, my sister is actually on the live right now, and her and I, when we
Hey
were
sister.
Hey girl, when we were very young, like before I was even 12, we had our little music group and it was called 2SR, um, which meant This is how young we were. It meant two siblings related. The
I heard that on your
embarrassment.
podcast.
The embarrassment. But even that, so that was when I was in like elementary school. So we're talking like 6, 7, 8 years old. So I've always had this like natural inclination or this natural interest to want to do music and be like an actual recording artist. That's always kind of been within me. So once I don't know if there was a particular event that happened or anything like that, but I do know that I just felt like move. Like I was like, I realized that. Like that's what happened is I realized when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I was in this music group with this crazy name with my little sister. And then, at 12, I started writing songs and have been writing music since then. So I've got this large repertoire of music that I've never even worked on. And I've always tried to come back to it. But it was like, I tried doing music before this last time, but it's just super hard. Like it was super difficult. And back then, something was hard to me. I was like, not happening. Sayonara, goodbye. But I realized that, not only I've wanted to do it for my whole life, but the reason I wasn't doing it was just because I didn't know how. And so I committed myself to like, okay, I need to figure out how to do this. And because I believe that this is a part of, my calling and just to do music. So that's kind of how it happened.
Okay. So you said you've been writing music since you were younger. So your first single that you dropped was Meantime.
Yes.
So tell us about Meantime. What's the background to Meantime? Did somebody hurt you? Was it just of course I know because I listen to your podcast. But for those that don't, can you just go ahead and kind of touch base on that? By the way, if you guys haven't listened to Meantime, please listen to Meantime. It legit is like a workout song. If you just cruising in the car, it's a really good song. But anyways, go ahead about Meantime. I'm sorry.
I've never even imagined it like being a workout song, and I've seen multiple people, like pretty much like 5 maybe people at this point, be like, "Yeah, I use it to work out and when I get ready." I'm like, "That's crazy," but I can feel it. I get it.
Be brushing my teeth, like
right. It just gets you moving. Like it's really upbeat, and it just makes you want to move. So yes, I get that. So the question was the story behind Meantime. Did someone hurt me? The answer is no. Like I don't play those games. Like I don't get hurt. Okay, period. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm a crybaby. I get my feelings hurt all the time.
No, wait, no, don't do that. No, no, and I do get hurt. That's just me playing, being, playing a joke. But I have friends though, right? I have a lot of female friends, a lot of friends that are women, and they'll come to me with their, things that they're going through with their significant other, with a man. And so anyone that has very close friends knows, like, if your friend is going through something and they're confiding in you, it's almost like you're both going through it. So
going through it together.
Exactly. Like you're like, what happened when, what did where, and what?
Okay, and with who?
You're giving them what you would say if you were in the situation and stuff. So it's just that's kind of what was happening, and it wasn't just one friend, 2 friends, 3 friends. It was like over a long extended period of time, just a bunch of friends that were coming to me going through not so great situations. And these friends, like, I kind of have, look, let me be like, I have like standards when it comes to having friends. So like these are some beautiful, like, goddess like people. Like they are not no regular schmegular degular. Like they are beautiful individuals inside and out. They're independent, they're fun to be around, they're good spirited, good hearted individuals, and they're literally allowing themselves to be put through this, trash situation with this individual. And so kind of channeling that energy and that kind of thing is what made me sit down one day and be like, I lost myself in the meantime, trying to make you. So
hey, if you ever need background snaps,
right, I got you. I'll come straight to you.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it was not something that I personally went through. But the song was written like years ago. Was it what a lot of people don't know? The song wasn't written recently at all. It was like, I would say like 4 years ago. Like it was a while. So what happened though, what made me release Meantime first was that I was kind of experiencing a little bit of something like that at the time, personally. So I was like, I'm gonna, this is what I feel like. I feel like it kind of tells who I am as an artist. It's a great introductory to who I am. So I'm gonna put this one out. So
Okay. Okay. I can definitely, I want to say when I heard Meantime, like, I, of course, am in a healthy relationship right now, but,
Yeah.
um, it
Shout out
just,
to Sean. Shout
you
out to
know,
Sean
shout out to
Paul.
Sean. Shout out to Sean. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. We love him. Want to fight him sometimes, but it's okay. Uh, I'm just playing.
Y'all are in love, and I love it.
I love him. He's my best friend. Y'all,
Yeah.
he got me off topic real quick. I woke up this morning and Sean had got me breakfast because I don't hardly ever eat breakfast. And when he told me last night, like at 4 o'clock this morning, because he'd be up like a night owl, I dead ass started crying. Like I was crying because it was just so sweet.
Yes,
So shout out to Sean.
exactly. To be thought about. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, like you went to go eat and you brought me food because if you would have ate without me, I probably would have fought you. So
right, exactly right. So it was that at the same time. Like, okay, he didn't want to lose his life today. You know, he's smart enough to know that he would have lost his life. So that's a good man.
We appreciate a good man. But when I heard Meantime, I was like, wow, like I have been in a similar situation to where like I felt like I was like, I can jam out to this because like I've been there, I can relate to this. But it's a good like forget you, like I lost myself, but like I'm better than that because you ain't nothing. Yeah. Like that's what that was the vibes I was getting off of it.
Because it's definitely because someone told me about like someone that interviewed me was like, well, it's kind of a sad topic, but like upbeat, like the song is upbeat and like kind of like makes you want to move and makes you happy. And I was like, I never even thought about that, but I think the way that I was coming, I'm just a very positive person. I try to stay optimistic when it comes to especially like my friends and stuff. So I didn't realize it at the time when I was writing it, but there's a sense of, just like you said, like I'm not in that moment right now. I lost myself, past tense, and even it says go and find myself in the meantime. So
yeah, I definitely like that song, so I'm glad that you touched base on it, and we're able to talk about it. So then touching base, you also now have another song which is very moving and empowering, which is Truly Free, which also features Shawnee Soul and Maya J. So it also right, okay, he's right here so he hear me, but shouts out to them. But that's a very powerful and moving song. So how did you feel when you were coming about with that song? Like what was the whole, what's the word I'm looking for, what made you be like, I want to drop this now and I want to do this right now, like I'm not waiting for this, like we need to do this ASAP?
Yeah, so it was everything that was happening earlier. I can't even say earlier this year because it's 2021. So in the summer of 2020 is what kind of inspired me to do that. I was just so I've never felt like that. I've never felt like that in my life where you know, all the things, like the racist things that were happening and just everything that was coming to the surface. It was so like overwhelming. Like there were so many emotions that I was feeling. I was mad, I was sad, I was like just every variation of those two things, basically going off on everybody on social media got it. Like if you posted anything crazy, I was like, let me tell you something about this, da 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 da, because you know, and I was just kind of tired of being silent and not using my voice in any capacity. And I before I went to bed one night, I prayed to God and I was like, if I'm supposed to contribute to this in any way, because I would like to write a song about it. I don't have anything right now, but if I'm supposed to contribute to this, you know, just give it to me and I will do what I need to do, right? So I went to sleep. I woke up the next day, got ready for work, was on the way to work, and literally pitch black, 5 a.m. Okay, it's pitch black, I'm driving, and that's when it hit me the next morning, like, so by the time I pulled into the parking lot, I was like, I had the whole thing worked out where I must have missed my freedom. And I talked to my friend about it later on that day, Savannah. It's her birthday. She's on the live. Happy birthday, Savannah.
Okay, happy birthday, Savannah. Okay, happy
birthday, girl. Capricorn, gang. You know, I'm not a Capricorn, but she is, and I love Capricorn.
I'm a Virgo, so, you know, but all of my really good best friends are like Capricorns. Like, I have 2 of them that are very good that are Capricorns.
You know, and they're cool peoples. I like them.
Yes.
We approve. So I talked to her about it, and she was like, you know, this is hot. Like, this is pretty good. So that's what inspired me later on that day to get on the phone with Maya J, aka AJ
AKA
Beats,
the finest
aka
of
the
beats,
one
okay? The dopest producer, okay?
prodigy, okay?
The
Period.
dopest.
She's the one, the GOAT, the one to beats, okay?
Okay, if y'all weren't on the live with her, y'all missed out.
Missed it because I was there.
Okay, and so
So
was I.
and you're right.
And
And
so
so
was
was
I.
I. We didn't
Sean, you
miss
were there,
out.
right? Sean was there. Sean got a beat off of it.
Period. So y'all missed out. But I talked to her and I was like, listen, I had this idea this morning. I want to make it a song now. Like, I want to like move forward. And she was kind of feeling the same way. So hey, I see you, girl. I see you.
Okay, you see her on the live. I seen her pop in. I just ain't say nothing. I seen her pop in.
So and that was completely out of my character. Like, as an artist, I'd be like, you know, carefully planning out, okay, well, we have to do this and we'll do this, and I'll have stuff planned out for like months in advance. Kind of, you know, at the same time, an overthinker. But that one right there, I was like, nah, like, I think we finished that project in like a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. And then would you say that when you were going about it, did you feel when you were in the studio recording, was it helping you kind of have as an outlet for how you were feeling with those emotions right then and there? Because you can, I mean, I of course was able to see a bit more of the background when you guys, like, you know, did the video, but even so, like, you can just, even then you could see and feel your emotions when you were doing your verse to it. So was it able to be a good positive outlet for how you were feeling in that moment?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was. Like, it was everything I was feeling that I told you about, I literally just funneled and channeled into that project. So yeah, and it felt so good. Like, it felt afterwards, I didn't feel the same. Like, I didn't, all that anxious energy that I had, all that stuff that I had, it was literally gone after putting that project together. And even listening to it, yeah, why am I saying this? But listening to it one time in my room, once it was mixed and mastered, I'm gonna be honest, I shed a little tear or whatever, because we talked about, you know, crying. We talked about it already, so people do it, you know. I'm not
I'm a
gonna
baby.
hard,
I'm a baby. I can't speak about nobody crying because I cry.
So I do too. That's why I'm saying it. I do too. I cry as well. So yeah, I was listening to it one time in my room, just with everything going on. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, like everything that was happening. It just felt so good. And so I mean, good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like a release, like
Yeah.
a relief. And it felt like when I started crying, it was like, I didn't feel like I was crying because of something that I necessarily went to. But what a lot of people don't understand is that the Black community and what we've experienced is we're so intertwined with one another that I don't have to know Breonna because I know someone that looks like Breonna and that acts like Breonna and that is like Breonna. So seeing what happened to her affects me as if it was someone that was like, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And our experience is so you know, so closely related, even if we ourselves are not related to each other. That in that moment when I cried, it felt like I was crying for, you know, just the Black community.
Yeah.
Present. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's all like that. We're not gonna be crying no more.
I cry all the time. So that's okay. Now you guys made a music video to that song. How was that turnout and the experience of recording that video and the people that came for it?
Yes. So it was my first time ever doing a video, so there was that. Like, I've never done any kind of video, and I reached out to my friends and family. I was like, hey, if y'all want to come out, you know, come on out, you know, and support your boy and support the cause. You know, at the same time, it was also a creative outlet for everyone else that was experiencing the same types of feelings. It was a positive way to get out there and lend their voice to the movement, right? So the turnout was really good. I was shocked. I was not expecting so many people. It was hot in there. I was like moving people around, and you were there. So I was moving around, sitting people, trying to get people. We set up chairs. Like, it was too many people. Like, I was not ready, but I was also, of course, very grateful. But I was a little ill prepared. But hopefully, you know, everyone understood. But so there was that. You know, working with Tyla, who shot the video, was awesome. And you know, it was such a great turnout. And overall, just a great experience to again be able to lend our voices to the movement in a way that was positive.
Okay. I love that song. Forever will love that song. Also because it reached a lot of people in a way that you guys had people do choreography for a video
Yeah.
to it in Colleen. How was that? How did that feel when you saw that it's like your song is getting choreographed
Girl.
and it just adding to that movement and adding to those feelings, but also being able to, what's that word? I had it. I want to say express your video, but in another your song, but that's
Yeah.
not the word I'm looking for. Advocate maybe.
Like they took the kind of like the song and they used it as a base for their creative, how they want to.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I can't think of the word of what
I don't know
that
either.
describes. But you know what I'm saying.
Right. I don't know what word you're looking for. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but but
I
that
get what you're
was.
saying though. I get what you're saying.
So how was that feeling? Was it like were you just overwhelmed? Did you get
Girl,
overwhelmed at any point?
it's wild. Like what I never, like I said, I've been writing music for since I was a kid, and I never could have expected the feeling cannot be described when other people connect with your music.
Inspired. Thank you.
Inspire, girl. That's it. Okay, look, I'm like, wait, that's what I was looking for. Like but that's where that's it's crazy. It's indescribable. Like other people connecting with the music saying that they love the song, or there was someone, I have a follower, Nan's Music, she also is a musician. The whole reason that we even follow each other and that we're friends, she doesn't even live in America. She she's heard me on a playlist on Spotify, and heard the song and came and messaged me and was like, I love this song, like that kind of stuff. Like having Nidra and her people take the song and do their dance to it. It's crazy. Like I can't even tell you how it feels, because I don't even know the word for the emotion. Like
An emotion.
because it's the same way every time. Like it's the same emotion every time it happens, but I don't know the word for
Okay.
that. Like yeah, if that makes sense.
Yes, no, that absolutely makes sense. That makes sense.
It's good.
So,
I like it though.
yes, a good feeling. It's an amazing and powerful song. I know that my one of the doctors that I work with, she came in and she was you could tell just like fluttered when she couldn't really speak on it at that moment because we were seeing patients, but it was getting talked about in work. And I went up to her and I was like, you should listen to this on lunch. And she listened to it, and now like she plays that, like I will hear her humming it when she comes into work sometimes. And she's like and she watched the video, she shared it with her family, to where like her family has reached out to her and just is like, this is on my playlist, and showed her pictures. So it's definitely a strong and powerful song that I know speaks to a lot of people. So I'm very proud of you for that song.
Thank you. That's crazy. Like stuff like that. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it literally takes on a life of its own. Like it's wild because you put it out there and it spends so much time in here, like in the thought realm of being created. And so when you manifest it and it's here in the physical world and you put it out there, like it literally just goes. So thank you for putting her on. I appreciate you per usual. I mean,
okay, like it's me. So speaking of creatives, you also have a podcast that you now do called the Nova Ultra Podcast. So what made you want to start a podcast? What is the podcast for? Is it kind of, go ahead and describe what it is. I don't want to.
Yeah, the podcast, because you're like, I already know what it is. But,
okay, because I'm subscribed. So
right. Subscribed.
I get notifications when it's like new episodes out. I'm like, I'm already on it.
And I'm in.
Okay.
And I've already listened.
This morning, I seen he posted it yesterday, how he was going to drop it today.
I cannot deal. Yes. So the Nova Ultra podcast is a kind of, I think it fills the gaps. Like the questions that you're asking me, which you already, know, have been, answered in full and even more so on the podcast. It's all about the behind the scenes stuff, taking the ideas from conception to completion and that middle ground in there of just, what happened, thought processes, concepts, how the idea maybe evolved and transformed, different things like that. So I'll talk about how I made Meantime, the song, and how, not only what gave me the idea, but in the studio, how that was making the beat and, you know, laying down the vocals and that experience, and then to actually releasing it, getting it mixed and mastered. I'll talk about what else? I talked about, you know, just how I started to, you know, take on being a music artist as a, you know, full career. So, so all of that stuff, all the stuff that kind of is, like I said, behind the scenes, behind the veil, you know, because I just thought like, you know, like, because, you know, I love me some Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Some Beyonce.
So I have been told every time we listen, Sean be like, I can only think about Daryl. I can only think about Daryl.
Every time you listen to Beyonce, that's what he says.
Yes, because he says you're such an advocate for her. Yes.
I love her. Yes.
Yes. He told me, because
Yes,
I was like, I just like that one day I think you had messaged something and you were like, who would I be or something, and I was like, Beyonce. Beyonce is like what I would. I don't know what you had said, but I was like, Beyonce. That's
like
who you remind me of.
Yeah. I
Yes.
remember.
Yes. I was like, Beyonce.
Right.
Beyonce. Definitely. Only Beyonce.
Just the thing that I felt like I was missing with her. The reason I bring her up is because I feel like she does that. Like she kind of brings you behind the veil in a on the visual level, but I ain't got it like that yet. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I ain't got it, but when I do, just believe y'all coming.
You can get this audio.
Time.
Right, like you can get this audio because I don't have the funds for this visual stuff. You know, all these documentaries that she does and everything, which are amazing and, you know, expertly produced and made. But I just don't got it like that yet. So y'all finna get this podcast, this good old audio.
Okay.
That's all I got right now. So yeah.
Okay. And then do you foresee your podcast being able to would you turn it into like a YouTube channel to where when you are able to get more visuals, then being able to kind of transpire it into a YouTube channel where people can, you know, visually see it as well?
That's crazy. Like you're wild because that's what I was thinking about in the last 3 days.
Damn.
I mean, period. You're on top of things.
Thank
Supernova, you. Past, present, and future.
24/7.
Right, all the time.
Okay, yeah. I don't stop being a supernova. Okay.
Right. There's this influencer. He's a makeup guru. His name is Victor Ramos, and he started a podcast. He launched it within the last week, and he has, of course, the audio, but then he also has a visual set where he brings people on and they talk about it so you can see the podcast actually happening visually. It's just a really cute, really amazing set. He has this whole aesthetic. So that's kind of what I was thinking about. Maybe kind of putting in some different clips, you know what I'm saying, for an individual. But that's definitely something that one day we will probably most likely transition over to.
Okay, I like that idea. I like that a lot.
It looks so good. Like that was my thing. Like I was inspired by him because I was looking at it and I was like, this thing is hot. Like just looking at it and watching them talk, like it's just, you know, when I'm a visual person, you know what I'm saying?
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. So we're not there yet, but we are gonna be. Let me tell you, we're on our way. Okay, we're
Period. That's it. If you weren't to be a artist, what do you think you would be doing?
That's a good question. I think that I would be a professor, maybe at or at least pursuing becoming a professor for like African American studies, just because that's something that, I mean, let me tell you, you talk about something that I love to research and something that I love to not only research, but talk about and educate others on, and just keep myself educated on. So that's what I could see. I could see myself doing that.
Okay, a professor.
Oh yeah, at a college, in the college level, Periodica.
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't have guessed that from you.
Yeah, I love knowledge. I love to learn, so that's a big part of it. Just loving to learn, but you know, when I learn, I also enjoy to, you know, teach and do it in a way that is, and be, you know, apply my creativity as well and think of creative ways to educate, you know, and things like that. So that's where it would go. Okay.
That is great. So you just dropped a single.
Hold up, wait.
Okay, first of all, let me tell you something. I'm pissed because
why?
Sean heard it before me, right?
Mm-hmm. I
But
said
I
it.
didn't hear it. Like he told, like he had told me, he's like, I told him, like, if you had heard it, it wasn't like my fault because you live here, right? But I didn't hear it. So when I was all excited to like go ahead and tell him, like, oh my God, have you heard this? Like, cause y'all went off.
Thank you. That's when he was like, months ago.
Okay. Imagine his face when I told him. I was like, this is some bullshit. I said, this is ridiculous. But how did that come about? Because first of all, y'all did y'all thing on that damn song. So shout out to both of y'all, which is not at all surprising because both of y'all are goated. But
Thanks.
how
Shout out
did
to
that
Maya J. She goes off.
yes, again, as if I would ever be an artist, I'm only going to her.
Perionica, and as an artist, that's what I do.
Yeah, no, I see you there all the time. I'm like, Daryl lives in Copper's Cove. Like, Daryl lives here. Like, Daryl's like our down the street neighbor. Like,
literally, her parents are like, "You're a part of the family," and I'm like, "Great!" Like, "Hey, mom, dad." Right?
okay, okay, thanks, mom. Thanks,
Right.
dad.
I would eat there, especially during meantime. I would eat dinner there, all of that. Yeah, all the
I mean,
time.
why would you not?
Exactly.
You're there till like what, 9, 10? You're probably there forever.
Yeah.
But how did that concept come about?
Girl, you was there. Like, so we basically we do YouTube videos, Amaya and I. We do those where we do acoustic covers, and we were doing this one acoustic cover, and we were filming it, and we got a really good take. So we started celebrating, and that's just what came out was the holla, holla.
Okay, yes, I remember that.
Holla,
I remember seeing
holla,
that. Yes.
yeah, right, yeah. So that's what came out, and we started celebrating, and it was just a joke, like it was funny, and so I posted it as a blooper, which I post on my page, and I was like, if y'all want us to make this into a song, just let me know on when we might do that. And you were like, yes, please, and I was like, boom, Rachel said it, so that's how it is.
I was so quick with it. I was like, yes.
Yes, right. It was so fast. It was like in the first few hours of it even being posted. Yes, please. I'm like, oh, all right. And she strikes again. But yes, so we super supernova. Like y'all gotta step y'all game up for real, because she got nothing to play with. But okay, after I had that kind of idea in my head, I was like, okay, which I'm actually gonna talk about in a later podcast episode of making Hold Up Wait. So that's gonna come out later on this month but
Okay, we're waiting for it.
Yes, I'll talk with y'all about it here now though. Where I was just like cleaning my apartment, and I was like, okay, someone wants us to make it into a song, so I'll just, I had that in the back of my head. And so I just literally started rapping. Like the first verse that y'all hear is what started like putting itself together in my head. And I was like, wait a minute, am I a rapper? Am I rapping? Like, what's going on?
I said, oh shit, am I a pop artist or am I a rapper?
Right. What's happening? So I'm like, okay, so this is happening, and a lot of the times I just follow the music and the inspiration, like with Truly Free, like I told you guys, like I just prayed to God about it, right? So a lot of the times the stuff just starts happening and unfolding, I'll just, start putting it out, right? Because I feel like it's kind of almost like channeling, like it's being given to me to place out. That's just how I feel about it, if that makes sense. So that's what was happening, right? And I'm putting together this song. So after I got done with the first verse, I was like, Maya, like, what do you think of this? So I rapped it for her. She was like, that's hot, that's fire, that's amazing. And I was like, okay, cool. So we can just make it into a song, whatever. So then that's really how it came about. That's how it came to be. Holla, wait.
Y'all killed it. When I tell you, I was like, because I was listening to it in the shower when I was getting into the shower, when I was in the shower when we were in Dallas, and I was like, oh, they really did this shit. Like, I was like, they ate this. Like, they ate this. I was like, Sean, did you hear this? He was like, yeah. He sent it to me. I was like, all right.
Like, I always feel like I need Sean's approval. Like Sean has been there when I was taking that moment to transition from, oh, I write songs and that's it, to I want to make this a career. Sean was right there in that transition moment. So even now, I'll be like, Sean, what do you think of this? Is this okay? Like, I don't know. I'm rapping, but it's not okay.
I'm confused.
Please, do you approve? And so he definitely heard it first, and I'm sorry.
This is to both of y'all.
I'm sorry he rubs that in your face. I don't know why he does that.
He did. He really did, and I was like, all right.
Cool.
Like, I was hurt. I was a little hurt because I was like, you kind of like let me sneak hear it. Like, you could have just
Right. You could
you
have.
know, I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have said nothing.
Right. See there? No, he's a good man and a good friend. So he was like, I know Daryl don't want nobody else to
He
hear it.
probably heard it while I was asleep. He probably heard it while I was asleep. Like, but that's fine. It's okay. I was still able to fully embrace the feeling that I had when I listened to it.
And how did you feel? Like, did you like? I know you said that you liked it or whatever. Like,
okay,
I don't
first
know,
of all, let me tell you something. I love it because I love both of y'all. But when I heard AJ,
Perionica,
I was like, what the? I'm not even gonna play with you. I went back like twice because I was like, she really like out here like talking her shit and like doing the damn thing. Like, not only do I produce, but like I'm going to go ahead and, as well as vocals, I'm going to also pop out and let y'all know who the fuck I am. So
yeah,
it made me. First of all, I added it to my workout song playlist because it makes me just like, it genuinely just makes you want to dance. Like, it genuinely gets your body moving. But I love songs that I feel like I'm talking shit. Like, even if it's not me, but like I'm talking my shit, or the person is talking their shit.
Yeah.
So it's a great song with from the music to the artists that are in there and are rapping on it. Like, the beat is wild. And in my car, it sounds amazing.
It's wild. Like, she tried to play me, right? I'll tell you the story. She tried to play me. Like, we were talking about it. I was in the studio. We had just got done with this one project. So I was like, okay, well, let's, try to work on Hold Up Wait. She was like, okay, well, I have this one thing and, I was working on it yesterday, but it's not that good. I looked at her, gave her the side eye. I said, pull it up.
Pull it up. Don't even play with me. Like, do you know who you're talking to?
I'm dealing with.
Yes.
Yeah. Pull that thing up. So she pulled it up. And
right
what y'all hear, for the most part, what y'all hear is what she pulled up and had the audacity to try to play me like it wasn't even, like it wasn't good. And I was like, Maya.
Like, who are you?
And then not only did she produce and snap, but then she gets on it talking, I got big bands, big money. I'm like, now, oh, you like funny. I was like, what? Like, in the
talk your shit.
On the mic,
yeah. Shit.
Like, the tone of her voice, like, what
yeah.
saying was one thing, but just like the tone of her voice, like she was like, da da da. I was like, whoa, like, and just I was in the room when it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Joey
like,
said you trash in the chat.
It was like, what in the world was going on? It was crazy. She snapped and yeah, she's amazing.
No, that song. It's kind of like how you feel when you like listen to like Cardi B or like Meg and you just like talking your shit and like in an upbeat, like that's how that song makes me feel.
That's what
like I'm a boss ass bitch. Y'all can't tell me shit. That's how I feel.
That's what she said. She even referenced Meg. She was like, talking all fast. One song like Megan Thee Stallion. I can rap her whole verse.
Yes, like she ate that hoe. So yes, that's
like
that single. I need y'all to please do a video for that song.
You know what? I thought about it. I thought about that.
Like a visual for that song because that song is fire.
It is. Okay, we'll think about it. We'll see what we can toss together.
Yeah, see what y'all can toss together because that is an amazing song. Also I'm kind of biased, but it's also very good. Not just because I'm biased.
Also, I'm kind of biased, but it's also very good. But I do love both of them. But it's also.
But I'm not. Yeah, like it's also good. I'm not just saying that because that's my friend. Like, oh yeah, my friend. Like you have friends that can't really, and you're just kind of like, yeah.
Virgos are like that. You Virgos are all like that. Most of my friends are Virgos, and y'all are all like, okay, so maybe we can, if there's room to like, improve,
critique.
Like, y'all, y'all are honest, like y'all are truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can communicate that. So yeah.
And some people will think that you're being rude when you do that, but it's like, if I'm telling you what you want to hear and you genuinely need improvement in some kind of area, I want to tell you. Also, but I feel like anyone that is a creative or is around creatives or even just them as themselves, like that's a positive, like being able to take in positive criticism and handling that very well, like
You're gonna have to.
It's yeah, because you're gonna have people that say your shit terrible anyways. You know what
It's a
I'm saying? Like, you'll have people that will sit here and talk down on your stuff anyway. So if you can't take it from your friends that are just trying to help you elevate,
right.
then what you expect when you know, get into where you want to get at? People gonna talk about you. People talk about you now, not you in general,
Period.
but you know what I'm
They're not
saying?
even
Like,
gonna have your best interest at heart. They're just gonna be talking to talk. Like
exactly. They'll just say it just because they don't want to see where you at. So
exactly.
I definitely believe in being truthful with your friends. I feel like that's very important
Period.
in any aspect. But nonetheless, we are getting off topic. So when you told your family, I don't know if you're close with any of your family, but when you told your family or people that you are close to that you wanted to pursue music as a career, was it a positive feedback? Was it negative feedback? Did it kind of make you maybe hesitate at first?
The way my parents are set up, if we're talking about this last time of me like saying yes, I want to do music. The way my parents are set up, they're military. You know what I'm saying? Very strict, very set up like that. So I just had to do it, and they had to see the final product in order to really get behind it. Not because they not with any malintention or anything, but just because it doesn't, 1 + 1 = 2 to them. Like if you can be a doctor, make good money, and get retire, have a good life to them. So like any parent, and in the society that we live in, that's honestly the truth. But with them, I didn't really fully go to them for like emotional or mental support or anything like that when it came to making my music. I was just like, I'm just gonna make the music and then put it out, and then actually they ended up contacting me and being excited, like with just the utmost. I will say that when they did hear the music, it was just joy, like pure joy and excitement. They were dancing along and just giving me all kinds of praises. When they actually heard the final product, they were super into it. But I already understood. I was like, they love me, I love them, but we're gonna make this thing first and put it out.
Okay. So if you could choose 3 to 5 artists that you would like to collab with, who would they be?
Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter is one.
Oh yes,
No,
I already knew that. That's why I said 3 to 5.
Yeah, so Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, that's 4. So the 5th one, we'll go with Sasha Fierce. So there we go.
I'm
Bye.
Okay, so anyone minus the 5 that you said. I am so dead. This man said. And my 4th, 5th, Sasha Fierce.
Sasha Fierce. Okay, and that's all. And
yes, and that's it. Queen Bee.
Okay,
that's 6. You're welcome, 7.
Other artists, let's talk about it. Chloe and Halle, I love them. They're super talented. I think that would be cool. Ariana Grande, I think would be interesting with me, kind of also being in that kind of pop genre as well. I think Ariana Grande would be fun. Actually, have you listened to her new music at all? Like at all?
So yes and no.
What songs have you heard? 34, 35. Have you heard that one?
I heard a little bit of it. My friend told me to listen to her album because she was like, I think you might actually like it. But the only part that I've actually like, the only song I've really heard is Positions, and that's because it's all over TikTok.
Yeah. So 34, 35, I actually wrote a verse to that one. So that's why I'm saying, like, now in my head, I can see it happening, just because I actually wrote a verse to that one. So Ariana Grande, Chloe and Halle. Does Chloe and Halle count as 2? We're going to count that as 1. Jasmine Sullivan, I love her. I just want to be in the same room and listen to her sing. That's
just
pretty much it.
Same oxygen.
Yeah, I think I would be fine with that. We can put us on a track together, but as long as she's singing and I'm present, because I can only imagine the way that it comes out of the speakers. I can only imagine it coming like from her throat and directly, and I'm in the same airspace. Like I could only imagine how that would go. So the Jasmine Sullivan as well. I mean, that's all I really got. I do like SZA. I like SZA's stuff. So we're like, I'm kind of getting more into like R&B than pop. But those are just the people that I look up to personally. So of course, like Rihanna, I think she would be amazing. She doesn't really do music anymore, which is completely her own prerogative. Like she's a human being; she can do what she wants. So, but yeah, that's kind of my list.
Would Victoria be one?
Monet,
Yes.
listen, I wouldn't even. I
She's
don't even know.
pregnant now.
She is so pregnant and so beautiful.
It
And
is beautiful. When I seen it, I instantly thought about you. I was like, I need to tell Daryl, like, do you see this goddess is not pregnant?
yes, and she's just so pregnant and so beautiful. I don't even know. I don't. Yes, yes. The answer would be yes. I would love to, but I don't listen. She's just so amazing. I wouldn't want. I feel like I would ruin whatever, whatever she put me on. Like,
He's like, I
don't
just
want
want
to
to
mess
be
it up.
here. Can I just be here as well?
Yeah, I don't want to mess up what she has because she like listen. That Jaguar, like one of my top albums of the year for last year. Like she snapped.
She really did snap. I love her. She has a song called Waterfall Out of Love, and
Okay, I know what you're talking about. It. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love that song. I'm also like a super sappy person. I love sad songs as well. Not because I'm sad all the time, because I don't know, you just are able to channel, and I'm able to channel in different emotions when I listen to music, and sad music is a preference of mine because you're able to tap in something that other than just being like super hype and super chill, like being able to kind of come to that space. I don't know. I like sad music, but that's a really good song by hers. But the beat as well is also like very intriguing and captivated me at first. She's an amazing artist, amazing artist.
She's so amazing.
Yes, I definitely love her. So what is in the near future for you this year? What are you wanting to accomplish? I know that you've been getting back into, well, you haven't been getting back into, like, you're doing it, but I've seen that you started your portfolio and you are getting your photography pictures done. So what is coming up in this year for you?
So we are like basically for me, I'm just trying to release music consistently this year. Last year, I got to see what it was like to create a single when it comes to kind of the, producing it and getting it produced with the vocals and the beat and all of that from scratch, and then actually what happens afterwards with promotion and marketing and things like that. So that is kind of now that I know kind of what it entails to put out a single, my goal this year is just to release singles consecutively. I'm not going to tell y'all when, I'm not going to tell y'all how often, but just
you ain't gotta tell me, it's okay.
Just know that you can expect more consistent music from me this year, as well as some pictures as well. I plan to collaborate with this really cool photographer, Ray Crazy with the Lens. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're familiar or anything, with her.
I've heard about her once or twice.
Her artistic vision, that she has. I plan to collaborate with her as well to build my artist portfolio, and also just little surprises also sprinkled throughout. So
should we be expecting a EP or an album, or is it mainly going to be just singles?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a single, maybe an album, maybe an EP, maybe all of the above. Maybe.
The sky's the limit, and I'm here.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. We're putting out music. We're putting out music, and we're, that's the plan.
I am super excited because it's going to be super dope. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, the plan is to be at a place where I can financially kind of sustain myself just solely off of my creative work as a musician. That would definitely be the goal for like a 5-year plan. How exactly that's going to happen, and then the how, we're taking it day by day. I'm not really thinking about that too heavy or making it too much of a, I'm not desperate for it, if that makes sense. I think there's something to be said about chasing dreams versus attracting dreams. So I'm definitely in a place now where I'm more so just taking life's lessons, applying them, learning, and doing things to, day by day to create the life that I see for myself. So 5 years, money. Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
Where the money reside?
Where the money reside?
Okay, that's it all year. That's where we about to be at. If the money ain't there, I'm not gonna be there either. Take me
Right.
somewhere else. I don't want no parts with it. I'm dead. I'm serious. See, Sean's been singing that, and I was like, "How do you know about that song?" He's like, "It's been all over Instagram." I was like, "It needs to be everywhere."
That is too funny.
That shit is
Ugh,
hilarious.
you are hilarious.
People really come up with stuff that I could never, but it's
Right.
okay.
I love
If I could just come up, he said that's period,
What do you say? I can't read
and
it.
it says, and that's on who?
Per.
That's
Per.
it. He said Mary had a little lamb. I'm dead.
So Mary had a little lamb.
Okay, Mary had a little lamb. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shout you out all your stuff. So if you guys have not and do not, first of all, y'all tripping. Let's just be honest. But if you guys are not following Nova on any of his platforms, he is on Instagram. He is on YouTube for his podcast. Is your podcast on YouTube or is only on? Does it stream off of YouTube?
It doesn't stream off YouTube, but I sometimes upload the audio there.
Okay, well he's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and anywhere you can find a podcast, you will find him. If y'all have not listened to Meantime, Truly Free, or Hold Up Wait, y'all is tripping. Y'all is tripping for real. But it's okay because we're gonna put you on now. Daryl, I'm very excited to see where you're going with all of this. Like,
I'm excited to see where you're going. Hold up, because I gotta talk about how you was out here interviewing and doing it with just the most like dopest of spirits. Like your spirit definitely comes through. I'm so comfortable. I know other artists have been made to feel comfortable with you. And you know, this is something that I know you're passionate about and that you love. And I want to let you know that you are good at it. You are doing amazing. Okay, so don't stop. Just like that.
You gonna make me cry though, for real. I almost shed a tear, but I can't shed a tear because I'm a G. I'm on Instagram. I can't shed a tear. But when we get off, I'll probably cry. But it's okay.
Okay, no, you're just doing so well.
Thank you for that, because honestly, I at some point was like, I'm probably not this great and I don't have like the greatest setups, but like I have legit been like, okay, I want to do this, this, and this so I can start doing this, and I want to start doing this. Yeah. Like
you have to start where you are. Do what you can exactly where you are. I'm right here next to the freeway. You heard the dogs barking. You hear these cars.
Okay, you know my train be choo-chooing all the time. All the time. My train, and it's disrespectful, okay? It's disrespectful. But I am very...
years from now, we won't be here, so...
A couple months from now, I'm not going to be here.
Excuse me. I misspoke.
I'm just you know now, okay? Like, into existence. To the T.
I'm ready to go tomorrow, tonight.
Like yesterday. Like yesterday. Okay?
Tonight.
Okay? Like, I got my bag packed. You still hanging on the wall. Right there.
All right. All right, props. Like, come through.
Okay, all the hats. And then we just gonna dip with the skateboard.
Right.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna just skate my ass.
Skirt.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even skate. I'm over here like I would bust my ass before I even left the door. It's okay. It's okay. But I am very excited to see what 2021 holds for Nova Ultra and Nova Ultra music. I'm excited to see where your podcast goes. If you do start that YouTube channel, where that is going to transpire as well. I'm excited for these singles. If you want to drop an EP, go ahead. If you don't, please do it anyways. Just because you are such a dope artist and your energy is felt through your music, and I feel like that's always a good part of an artist, when you can feel their energy throughout whatever they are making, whether it was Meantime or it was Hold Up Wait or it was Truly Free. Like, your energy was completely felt through the speakers of my car.
Thank you. I appreciate that compliment, for real. Seriously.
Yes. So very excited for you, and thank you so much for being my first interview of 2021. Yes, the first one. Yes, you're welcome.
Period.
Yes, like, we are doing great things this year, because fuck 2020. 2021 is
Get
going
her out
to
of
be
here. Get her
yes.
out of here.
Yes, like 2 years ago. Okay, like, she should have never came. Like, she could have just left. She could have stayed for a little bit and then just decided she wanted to leave. It would have been okay.
Yes, thank you for having me, Ray.
Yes, you're welcome. So it definitely will be messaging you, collaborating for photography.
Okay.
But I hope that you guys enjoyed the interview. I hope that you guys have a good week. Because it's Monday, so we still have till Friday for those that work the 9 to 5s like
You
me.
got this. You can do this.
Yes, but it's gonna be a good thing. So y'all make sure that y'all follow Nova Ultra. I will be dropping his links after I post this, and we'll see you guys next time on the Vibe Out Zone.
Bye, Ray. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Nova. Bye,
Oh my gosh. Oh, Sean.